There goes Boston 25 here. Yeah, watching launch of OneWeb, which is well, a OneWeb constellation. From Baikonur, oddly enough, yet still being arranged by Arianespace, which confuses me. And I don't know quite how I feel about it yet. That just means launch. That's the Russian for launch. No. I'm not going to stick around because I still am in the middle of my pre-examinations and I've got my German oral tomorrow.
This is obviously remarkable. It's fantastic to see the rocket. I'm excited.
Although,
On many levels, I think for OneWeb, this isn't.
I hope they'll have this view for the launch because that will be spectacular.
For a year, so that we could build 34 satellites a month.
Okay,
So this is really the start.
and that's
T minus 35.
exciting. So 35 seconds to launch. Let's sit back now.
There we go. First thing is retracted. Okay, that's them turning the key to get to begin the ignition sequence. Oh yes, yes, that's those giant matches being put to good use. Yes, the Soyuz is lit with giant matches. No, I'm not going to explain further. There we go. And liftoff of the Soyuz carrying the OneWeb constellation from the Baikonur Cosmodrome. And holy crap! Look at that wibble wobble. I mean, that's a Russia for you. It's like, it wibbles, it wobbles, but damn it, it works. This is why I love all these crazy Russian shit. That's the vehicle passing through the cloud layer.
OneWeb satellites have begun their journey. They're heading
Quite
up
sad that I
north
missed
over
this.
the steppes of Kazakhstan, and Soyuz is pushing hard against the Earth's gravity. Vincent, we're burning 4 boosters at the moment and the engine on the main core stage, but it's really the boosters that are doing the work right now.
Well, just because there's 4 of them, they're the exact, well, mostly pretty much the same engine.
45 ton each, and each powered by one RD-107 engine, producing a total thrust of 340 tons at liftoff. So the job is to get the launch vehicle away from the Earth.
Because of course gravity makes it hard for us to leave. It's the reason why we're able to stick to our planet, but it makes it much harder to get away from it. David, your satellites have lifted off. How are you feeling now?
Always a little nervous. It's like a roller coaster. You know everything is going to be okay, but I'm just very excited to see them up and safely where they're supposed to be.
So let's have a look at the tip of the nose.
Boosters
of the,
have separated.
There, and there you can see the boosters falling away. This is the scheduled moment for separation.
Unfortunately, no beautiful Korolev cross view.
We don't need them anymore, so they can fall away. And we're shedding weight. The lighter we are, the faster we go. That's the name of the game.
Well, that's just... You call it the name of the game, we call it the tyranny of the rocket equation.
Vincent is getting information in his ear from the teams in Moscow, so that's good. We can confirm.
Well, technically it's Korolev just outside Moscow, but yes.
Yeah. So this is a flight of the second stage of Soyuz, so the core stage, and during approximately 3 minutes, and after that, so the
next stage.
Yeah.
And we said you're getting information in your ear. Where is that coming from?
So it comes from teams in the CDI. So CDI in French, it's Contrôle Visuel Immédiat. So it is an operational team who is tracking the launch vehicle and receives the telemetry data from the launcher, so they can consequently confirm when the major events have occurred.
That accent.
They said to the CVI team have that
Mr. Frenchman.
so that they can receive all the telemetry, the information coming from the launcher. But of course, on this occasion, they're in
I'm pretty sure this is the first Arianespace Soyuz launching out of Baikonur. I'm just going to add that.
So we were looking earlier, we could see the top of the launch vehicle. Let's see if we can have a look at it now. We call it the fairing. Maybe we can see the pictures of the simulated pictures. Look at the right-hand side of the launcher, the top of the launcher.
Yes, the big pointy thing.
The fairing is encapsulating our satellites with their special
Oh, well,
dispenser,
mostly
and
pointy thing.
protecting everything inside it from the rigors of the launch. Vincent, what kind of things?
Yes, the fairing has several jobs. So most notably, it's protecting the satellites from the severe condition of the launch and atmosphere. So the acoustic vibration at liftoff, so very loud vibrations, and also friction when the launcher is flying through the dense part of the atmosphere at very high speed.
Very, very high speed. Traveling at speeds of kilometers per second.
Oh yeah, you need to hit at least 7 to be in orbit.
9 kilometers per second later in the flight.
Alright,
So
fair enough.
coming up, the next thing that we will be expecting is
Plus that's...
fairing to
So I'm just looking at the...
now getting to over 100 kilometers above our
Oh, I just realised they're going to attempt to pronounce Russian places.
Someone was telling us all about
There we go, the hot staging.
an issue, and we can separate the fairing. You can see it there. We've also separated.
Yeah.
This is also the schedule time separating the second stage, and hopefully Vincent will be able to confirm that for us. But David,
But I was going to say I'll stick around till the end of the first frigate burn.
seatbelt signs. We're in space. It took us less than 5 minutes.
You're
to
in
get
space,
there.
but you're not in orbit, so if that engine shuts off, you're still burning up.
Do you want to tell us what we're looking at?
Sure. So what you can see there is the 34 satellites on the right and the frigate, which they're attached to, and we still have
Frigate.
the third stage.
Wait, no, I pronounced that French. It's
But the 32 satellites
frigate.
are all,
Frigate. Something like that. No.
all held
Leaving it
on
at that.
there, and we're going to release them, as you saw earlier, from the top. So first the top two, from the top hat, and then the rows going down there. They're sort of this trapezoidal shape, this sort of truncated triangle shape, so that they fit neatly on the dispenser, so that we could build a satellite with the maximum possible volume and still fit efficiently a large number of satellites under the fairing for this rocket.
So when you say they're trapezoidal shape, could you say they look like a pyramid with the top cut off?
Yes, absolutely. Or as I was growing up, it was like a slice of pizza that my brother got to first and took 3 bites out of the end.
Very unlucky. What's the separation?
So we are going
Top
to start with the top
2.
two.
And then work your way
And
down.
then we're going to work our way from the top down to the bottom. So the top 2, and then 4 on the first ring, and then the last 4 on the first ring, and sort of interspersed. So you get 4 coming out in right angles to each other in 4 opposite directions.
And how do they actually separate?
Okay, yes, that is correct, sir.
So the separation is done using a very tried and true technique. called
Explosive
explosive
bolts.
And these are
Yep.
actual bolts, like a bolt that you thread onto something, and they are actually installed at our factory. And they have a little pyrotechnic in there, and there's a signal that will be sent from the frigate at the right time to explode the bolt, and suddenly there's nothing holding the satellite in anymore, and there's little springs that push the satellite very gently out.
I always think it's amazing, really, because when you see the images on the screen, it looks like everything's travelling quite slowly, but of course it's all travelling very quickly.
There's just nothing
out
to...
there.
There's just no reference
What
point.
it's actually doing then is pinging the satellites out into space and giving them that push.
A very, very gentle push. When you see the simulated results, it looks very stately. It's a very calm process.
And David,
Yeah, you
also
can't be asked to
through
put
the
cameras on them
parts of
so we can actually see it.
Sure, if we could pull up the picture of a OneWeb satellite. So this is a picture of one of the OneWeb satellites after it's been deployed. So when it's in the dispenser, the antennas are folded up, and the
Solar
solar
panels.
the wings there are folded up as well. When it comes out, everything is going to deploy. And you can see all here all of the important parts that make the satellite work. So we've got the solar panels on the outside, which generate the power. You've got on the bottom this sort of deck of cards fanned out look. Those are the user antennas. Those talk to the user terminals on the ground.
Okay, I was curious
And
how
then
that was.
2 sort of round TV dishes on the top there that look sort of to me like butterfly antenna. I can't get that image out of my mind. Are what
It does look
attach
like
to
some
the
kind of
gateway.
weird
So, and there's
weird
electronics
insect.
in there to boost the signals through from one antenna to the other. So it's it's a very, I don't want to say a simple design. Obviously, a lot went into it, but there's a certain economy of design that went into these satellites to get them so small.
Make it as simple as possible for the job.
Have we had any information
Yes,
yet?
we have some confirmation. So we confirm that the Soyuz works nominally. So we are now in the first.
Balliot normalny.
Everything is nominal.
So when we say everything is nominal, of course that means that everything's going according to plan.
Yes.
Nominal,
Which is great.
nominal,
So
nominal,
coming
nominal,
up
nominal,
on
nominal.
the next stage, or the next scheduled stage, which is the third stage separation. I just want to, you may have noticed when you saw the launch vehicle on the ground, there's actually a sort of a latticed section, an open section between the second and third stages. We call that a hot stage technique because when it separated the second stage, it actually switched the third stage on first before it separated the second stage. But this is now the scheduled moment to separate the
I like how those
stage.
particle effects
So
stay
we
behind a
are
bit.
shedding weight again at the third stage, shutting its engine down. That's what it looks like up there. And we're really starting the next phase of the journey now, because the frigate upper stage, which is that gold structure that you can see, is going to take the wheel. And it's getting ready to switch its engine on, isn't it? We call it the pre-burn.
Yes, and we confirm the separation of the upper composite right now. So there is now a pre-burn of the frigate, the first tape, yes. During 55 seconds, it's given a quick burst of acceleration to push the fluids back in the tanks. So, like when you accelerate in the car, in fact, you get pinned back against the seat. So after that, we have the ignition of the main engine, and during 4
There's
minutes,
scheduled
and this
ignition.
first ignition, yes, is performed to inject the nose module into an intermediate transfer orbit, which is an elliptical orbit.
So let's just talk everybody through that for a second. So we have at the moment, we're going to be going on an elliptical orbit, which is you'll have to excuse my bionic hand, by the way.
Why don't I try it this way? You
Yes,
start off here, and you launch up, and then you need a kick to get you into elliptical orbit. That will go around like this, take us halfway around the world, and when we get to the top here, we have another burn that will make this elliptical orbit into a circular orbit.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why we are switching our engine on
Exactly,
now
yes.
to get us into that orbit. So 11 minutes and 14 seconds into our flight. David, we drop off your satellites at 450 kilometers above the Earth, but of course that's not their actual final destination. They're going to have to travel further. We will be seeing that later, and we will be talking about that later. They're going to be traveling on their own for about 700.
They're traveling to 1,200.
1,200. So they'll have to travel 750.
Further than last time.
Yes. So let's see how our satellites are going to get there and what they're going to do when they actually get to their final destination in space.
The following animation shows components of the OneWeb system design. Unlike geostationary satellites that operate at an altitude of 36,000 kilometers, the OneWeb system operates at 1,200 kilometers, resulting in significantly lower latency and better system performance. Our system will provide full global coverage, which is shown here. The gateways are shown here in red. The teardrops moving around illustrate the OneWeb satellites in orbit, which will communicate with the gateway infrastructure for connection to the internet. End users will connect to the satellites via OneWeb user terminals. As satellites pass over users, the terminals, represented here by a white dot, will hand off connections between beams and then to the next approaching satellite. The resulting connection and connectivity will provide high-speed access as shown in the download simulation here.
I mean, it didn't quite sound like simulation, but okay. Like I said, like if this stuff works, then great.
Any news, Vincent?
But if it doesn't,
Last news is confirmation of the pre-burn for the frigate. Yes.
So that's
oh, they're over in Lafayette Semi at the moment.
David, it does seem that there's
That's
much
where
more
the
to your system than simply satellites.
USSR tested many of its nuclear weapons.
Last year, besides building up the
Was it Naryan-Mar and Vorkuta are the current tracking stations?
image on the screen, we have, you get the image? Maybe not. I was going to show an image of one of our ground stations. Ah, there it is. So we have an image of our ground stations here. This is one in Florida. We have over 40 around the world, and we are in the process of building these out. So in addition to all of the high tech in space and whatnot, we have some concrete and water lines that we need to deal with. And these are actually all pointing straight up because they're not being used. That's known as the bird bath configuration in the satellite dish world. But when they're actually used, you will see them nodding back and forth as they track the satellites flying over.
That will actually be an interesting slide to see.
We're coming to the next phase of our flight now, which is the switch off of the frigate engine, and we're going to be entering what we call a ballistic phase, which is going to be, and this is the scheduled moment for frigate to switch its engine off. That's what it looks like. The frigate is the gold structure, and the dispenser or adapter, as we sometimes call it, is what we were looking at there. So we've entered the next phase, Vincent, which is called the ballistic phase, which, am I right in saying it means no power?
Yes, this is a phase without propulsion. So we are traveling high enough and fast enough to cruise without the engine. So during this phase, we optimize the orientation of the launch vehicle in order to ensure the best condition for the frigate, but as well for the satellite. And the duration of this ballistic phase is quite long. It's 51 minutes. And we confirm that the first ignition was completely missed.
That's great news. Thank you very much.
So they're in a
indeed.
perfect
I
parking
can
orbit.
imagine that the folks in London are very happy. They watched that launch. It was a very beautiful launch. So let's go back over to Sue Nelson now in London and get some reactions. Over to you, Sue.
Thank you.
Yep, she is British. You can tell from the accent.
Progress so far. And when you think of OneWeb, you automatically think of connectivity. And I'm joined by Ben Griffin, who is the lead on the commercial aviation team. So how do airlines benefit from OneWeb satellite?
Presumably in-flight Wi-Fi.
Airlines benefit if we think about the passengers themselves and the proliferation of connectivity with devices. Airlines are kind of struggling to meet the demand of more and more passengers who want to be connected throughout their journey. So providing greater capacity, greater bandwidth, greater coverage is certainly going to help meet the needs of airlines and their passengers. And the other perspective as well, the modern airliners are producing more and more data, which if they can get that data off the aircraft in a more timely manner tells us more about the aircraft, how they're performing and the routes they're flowing. So there's no end really to the benefit we can get from getting the data off the aircraft and providing more capacity in order to do that.
And it's not just the airline industry that's going to benefit either.
No, that's right. So it's not just the airline industry, it's the aviation community as a whole, so business jet, military and other applications, but also the maritime sector is phenomenally big, has a big need to be connected. Enterprise applications, which was very well suited to OneWeb, providing connectivity in places where there just isn't connectivity today, and providing and opening up new kinds of applications and services that benefit from the low latency that OneWeb can provide. As well as that, other government types of applications as well, and not just industry, providing connectivity to schools and healthcare and other things like this.
And scientists, because you're going to provide coverage to the Arctic.
Coverage to the Arctic, exactly. So
And the Antarctic then, I presume.
There isn't connectivity now, all of a sudden opens up a whole new capability through the connectivity that we'll provide.
Satellites are in a polar orbit, so they cover the entire planet.
You know that this is what you can do, this is how we can expand what you're doing.
Well, things like the this. The launch obviously helps, and that's a good platform to do those things. Working with leading industry partners to help champion what we're doing and get the message across. And of course, attending industry events where we can carry our message directly to the markets that we want to serve. Mobile World Congress coming up in Barcelona later on this month. Aircraft Interiors in late March, early April, and the Satellite 2020 in DC in March as well. So all these key things where we can get our messages across to industry and making the use of events like this to get our message across. Yeah.
Now it's not.
Sorry guys, I'm just going to.
Telecom satellites. Most of them we think of them in.
I'm just going to end it here because I need to get some sleep. That was the launch of OneWeb on a Soyuz, or the second part of the OneWeb constellation from on top of a Soyuz from Baikonur. This launch would have taken several hours anyway with the lengthy deployment process of these satellites. But anyway, yeah, I'm Boston25. Goodbye.